Hello people of YouTube, my name is Brad. This is my channel Animate Orange. Welcome to another 3D metal model news. Trying to stay on the ball this time, bringing you another weekly update. There are a number of small things that have come out, and rather than wait around, I thought I'd bring them to you. Most of it is Metal Earth. Right after my last video, Metal Earth put another Transformers model on their coming soon page. We have the Optimus Prime in color. The newer version of Optimus Prime is now on coming soon. Listed as MMS 469. It is a 3-sheet build, listed as a moderate build with a finish size of 2.4 by 2.36 by 3.74 inches in height. The last number is always height. Or in centimeters, 6.1 by 6 by 9.5 centimeters. Now compare that to the previous silver version, which was listed as an expert build, interesting, and a finish size of 1.77 by 1.22 by 3.46 inches in height. So the newer one is basically not even 0.10 inch, it's barely any higher, barely any taller. In centimeters, it's 4.5 by 3.1 by 8.8 centimeters. So in inches, we're talking the newer one is 3.74 inches, the older one is 3.46, so just a little bit taller of a model. Interesting that the newer one with more sheets is listed as a moderate build, with the older one was listed as an expert build. The upper portion of it, the arms and the head, look very much the same. There is obvious difference, but it's subtle. It's very much the same. The torso and the legs are more different, like more of a different design, and not that close to the silver model of the newer. The newer one is different. The wheels on the back of the leg have moved slightly. The gas tank seems a little more defined. The back of the back is very similar. Not to me as much of a change as some of the other models, but hey, cool, brand new model. One thing that I keep forgetting to mention, that these newer models, these newer Transformer models, don't have a stand. The older models are all on a stand. These newer ones are freestanding. So another interesting bit of difference. The same time, more or less, during this past week, the Megatron, the newer Megatron color model, has moved from coming soon to what's new. Now, I haven't actually seen it for sale. I did go to Play Toys, it's my usual go-to, and I saw another model that I'm about to talk about for sale, but I didn't see Megatron. The other model that went from coming soon to what's new is one that I'm personally excited about, and that is the Monitor and the Merrimack. The Merrimack has moved over to the what's new. It is now available. I know Play Toys has it in stock, and it's every possibility while this video is rendering and uploading, I'm going to order it. That might be my next build because I'm very excited about that. I've mentioned before how I did it as a school project back in the day and was really fascinated. I've always had a fascination with ships, be it marine ships or spaceships. So anyway, that is available. You can also use, there's a link in my description down below. It's an affiliate link. It won't cost you any more money, but if you use that link, it does help this channel a little bit. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. You do it whichever way you feel is best for you. Other than that, I looked around real briefly since I was at it at Peace Cool. Didn't see anything new. I looked around AliExpress. I did find a couple of new things. They seemed new. They seem to be listed in the new section, so I don't think it's something I missed over the past few months. But the first, well, this one, the one that I don't think I've missed, I think is new, is the Microworld Chariots of Empires models. And is several different fascinating looking models. I find these interesting as well. We have a catapult, which is listed as 121 pieces and a finish size of 10.5 by 6.6 by 6.9. And I believe in the listings, several listings that I saw, it was listed as a model of number of GC03. And then we have the artillery, which is 119 pieces, 8.5 by 8.4 by 8.5 centimeters. So both of these seem to be a catapult type of thing. Correction, the artillery is not a catapult type model. I was doing it from memory and not actually looking at the pictures, just my notes. The artillery is obviously a cannon type model. So sorry about that. continuing on. It is also listed as a GC03 model number. So somewhere in there is a mistake. I think one of them is supposed to be GC01. But all the listings that I saw, and I saw like 3 different stores that had this exact same listing, all had the same error. Then we have the Dragon Hammer, which looks to be some sort of RAM, GC001 or GC01. It is 89 pieces, 11 by 5.7 by 7 centimeters. I may be getting my amount of zeros wrong in these two. I apologize. And we have the Tiger Hammer, GC004. It is, let me back up. Dragon Hammer GC003, 87 pieces, 8 by 6 by 6.5. And then we have the Tiger Hammer, which is GC004, 89 pieces, 11 by 5.7 by 7 centimeters. Both of these look to be some sort of swinging ram type thing for knocking down the castle gate. And then we have the Ballista, which is a very sort of giant string arrow shooting instrument thing. GC006, 77 pieces, 8.3 by 9 by 7 centimeters. And when completed, all built. And then we have a transporter listed as a GC002, 80 pieces, 10 by 7 by 6 centimeters. And that transporter, I guess you load some fighters on it and roll it wherever it needs to be. All of these models seem to be about $21 a piece, give or take. What in the hell? Use my Kindle for my notes. I type my notes up on the computer and I use my Kindle, and for whatever reason it just went from having a white background to a black background. That's never happened before. Anyway, but all those I saw in several different stores. I've got a link in the description down below to one of the stores so you can go check it out yourself. One other thing that I know it's been around a little while. I think I've seen somebody else build it. I don't know if I ever talked about it because I think it came about kind of during the move. I find it interesting and I want to get it for myself, and the name is very generic, but I know what it is. It is a Going Merry ship from One Piece. I've seen enough One Piece to recognize this ship. I've only seen like into the 2nd or 3rd season. I know I've talked about the Thousand Sunny model, which I've seen a couple of different places, but I knew there was a One Piece Going Merry ship. I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody built it. But I think this may be the first time I've actually found it for myself. It was on the Steel Golem store. Very little to any details given about it. As an unknown maker, I think they just said the maker is Steel Golem, which they do that with all the models, even when it's obviously somebody else that made it. One of the pictures has what appears to be a model size of 18 by 6.3 by 11.7. There is a model number listed as KR027-C. And I did a back search through that with that model number to see if I couldn't find other stores with a listing with more detail, but nothing came up. I mean, lots of things came up, but none of them were 3D metal models. They were like electronic components. So I don't know if that's just a model number like the name. I'm not very fond of the Golem store. I've had a negative-ish experience with an order from them. If you know, you know. I don't like that they list everything in their store as being them, as like model manufacturers them, when they know it's not. And they're not the only ones that do that. So I don't even know if the model number even means anything. It just may be their stock number. But it's a neat model, and I might get it for myself because I think it's fascinating. I think my daughter will find it's fascinating because she's still watching it. I don't know if during the story Luffy and crew get another ship, and that's why there's a Thousand Sunny. I guess that makes sense, but I've not seen that far. I'll have to ask my daughter. Anyway, links to that in the description down below. Links to the coming soon and what's new page on Metal Earth, and there's also an affiliate link if you want to. If you're planning on buying anything from At Play Toys, please use that. A little bit of a kickback comes to this channel, and that's another way that you can support me. Speaking of support, it is another month, and I do want to thank my current Patreon supporters for their support. I want to thank you to George Bell, to Jay, to James Herring, Kaj Nielsen, Laurent Palm, Megan Ty, Shalyn Moody, and Timothy V. Thank you for another month of support. It is greatly appreciated. I am still slowly working on the video edit of the Peacock model that I build. definitely going slower than I would like. I will say in my defense, I'm also studying. It is coming up on time for me to get certified in the job that I started about 6 months ago. I do have a fair amount of time. Really would rather not wait to the last minute, so I've already begun studying, set a goal for myself to at least read and test out on, like, do the workbook stuff on a chapter of the information a day. I'm not being able to achieve that on weekends, but at least during the week it's a chapter a day, and I'm over halfway through. So hopefully I'll get that done soon. I'll be very thrilled to test out and have my certification for the job that I have, and another thing behind me, and I can focus more on models and the stuff that I miss doing. I miss building these models and making these videos. But anyway, that's another 3D metal model news video. Thank you again to the Patreon supporters. Thank you to everyone else who watches and comments. It is greatly appreciated. And as always, keep on keeping on.